Today is part 2 of our review of the Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meets Godzilla figures, and we are looking at the rude dude of the crew. Yes, today we are opening up Raph as Rodan. So we are halfway through wave 1 of these brand new Playmates Turtles Godzilla figures. If you watch my first video, I had found these on store shelves in Target. By the time you see this video, they'll probably be out on shelves, so I'm hoping you guys are out there finding them, because if Leo is any indication, this figure is going to be as amazing as that last one, which means this line is going to be pretty awesome. So today we're looking at Raphael, the rude dude, the bad boy of the crew, as Rodan. So it's an interesting concept. I mean, there's alliteration going on there, but you know what? I'm not going to chit chat as much as I did in the last video. We're going to dive right on in. So there is the box, Mutant of the Sky. As always, here's the back of the box, same as the Leo. There's the bottom. So let's get this guy open. Okay, this one's a little bit tighter. There we go. There he is. Now, of course, he's strapped in. Let me get him out and we'll come right back. All right, we got him out. Yep. And okay, so already big difference between Donnie and Raph. Raph is a little more top heavy. He doesn't have Donnie's tail to help him stand, so we're going to try to get this to stay up. So already a big noticeable difference, but you know, there's no ballast. So he comes with his 2 flaming sides. I'm assuming that's because he's based on Fire Rodan. They're cool. Again, clear plastic, so these are pretty awesome. Now let's look at the actual figure itself. So Raph is this, he's in Fire Rodan's color, or basic Rodan's color. He's got this brown hue to him. Much like Leo, he is completely articulated. So there's a joint at the knee. He's actually on a ball joint on the foot. So this ball joint actually has a lot more articulation, because he's also thinner than Leo too. So they're not reusing the same bodies. These are all very unique sculpts, which I like quite a bit. So because he's got these wings, the problem is I'm noticing here is that he's not going to have the full range of the arms, even though his arm is on a swivel and a ball joint. These plastic wings are kind of limiting how far he can move. The wings are cool though. I mean, they're see-through, so they don't, I mean, it gives you that Rodan look. Part of me would have actually preferred if they were colored in, or at least solid plastic, but I get the visual aesthetic that they're going for. So as you can see, he's got the Rodan chest. The face sculpt's pretty cool. Again, I love the cartoon aesthetic that they went with combining the Godzilla characters with him. So yes, he very much has Rodan's look. The mouth, yeah, it's very plasticky, very soft plastic. The horns. The body is hard plastic, while the rest, actually the thighs are hard, these are soft. So there's various molding pieces at work here. But look at the detailing that is in this thing. They actually went above and beyond, really making this figure stand out. I'm happy that, you know, again, yes, there are visual aesthetics to doing the various different monsters, but I'm glad they just didn't go with a basic body type and then did some different molding parts. This is a completely original figure. So he is cool. I know for a lot of people, Raph's their favorite. Mine was Donnie growing up. So, but he does, again, and this is the thing. Unlike Leo, his standing, he's a little top heavy, and the wings do seem to be throwing off the balance. So, for display purposes, you're going to have to put him in like a certain position to really make him work. Now, let's get the size in there. And there you go. He is still awesome. Again, the 6-year-old in me is screaming. That was my peak TMNT era, and these cartoons were about that time. So I can't believe these things exist. The figure is still overall really good. I the top heaviness and the balance is my only issue, but again, these are kids' toys. You got to remember that. These are, yes, the idea is the adult market is, there's a nostalgia bait to it, but these are children's toys. They're marketed as children's toys. They're in the children's toy aisle. They are not in the collector's toys aisle. Ironically, they're with Playmates' Monsterverse figure, so there is a little synergy going on there. $14.99. That is not a bad price whatsoever, considering the current toy market and the price points we're paying for like superhero figures. This is a quality figure. I have hats off to Playmates. I've been vocal about some of the shortcomings of their Monsterverse line, but with Turtles, they seem to be putting their all in, and they remember like these are meant to be played with. They're not going to just sit on a shelf. These are for kids to play with. They're built to be played with. This has a quality to it. He's not a heavy figure, but you can give this to like a 6-year-old and they're going to have adventures galore. And if you got a kid that loves Turtles and really loves Godzilla now, this is completely up their alley. So far, we're 2-2. My only nitpick is the balance issue with this, but that is not a deal breaker by any means. I love the look. I love the sculpt. I love the paint job. This is absolutely fantastic. This is originality. This is playing with imagination. This is what toys used to be. And man, I'm kind of happy to see that we haven't completely lost that sense of fun that used to come with toys. Oh, let me keep them up there. Yeah. So there you guys go. That's Raph as Rodan. Well, there you guys have it. That is the end of part 2 of my review of the TMNT Godzilla line with Raph as Rodan. Remember, if you like what you see, we do have a show. It's called the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. And if you don't like to download, well, you can stream us on all of your favorite podcast streamers, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you might find better podcasts. We're also on social media. You can find us on X, on Instagram, or facebook.com/the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. If you want to keep up to date in the world of giant monsters, that is the place to go. And on that note, that will do it for this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.